Am I the a-hole for throwing away my husband's Xbox after he refused to look for our lost dog? For starters, I'm a 35-year-old female working as a nurse. Life has been absolutely hectic for the past 3 months. Even writing this post is a challenge. I'm doing it in bits and pieces during whatever little time I can steal for myself. I also gave birth to my daughter 6 months ago. Along with caring for her, I also have an 8-year-old son to look after. When I'm not on duty, my life revolves entirely around my children. Back in January 2019, my son suddenly developed this deep longing to have a dog. He begged for a puppy from my husband, who is also 35 years old. I was very hesitant. I had just found out I was pregnant and couldn't imagine adding another responsibility to my already growing plate. But Jesus, my husband insisted. He said getting our son a dog would teach him responsibility and help prepare him for having a baby sibling. He even promised that he would help take care of the dog. I wasn't convinced, not even a little bit, but I gave in eventually, mainly because my husband had already agreed to it, and I didn't want another argument. Well, fast forward to 5 days ago, our son accidentally left the back door open, and the dog, Tippy, ran away. Unfortunately, those 5 days also happened to be some of the busiest and most exhausting days at work for me. I had to take extra night shifts because a colleague had fallen ill. Naturally, our son turned to my husband for help, but what did my dear husband do? He refused. He flat out told our son that it was his responsibility since he's the one who wanted the dog. He said our son had to deal with it himself and learn from the experience. Let me add this. My husband works from home. He's a lawyer, but his workload is practically non-existent right now. He told me himself that he has almost no clients, so he works about 3 to 4 hours a day, and the rest of the time, he's glued to his Xbox. That's it. That's his day. Occasionally, he gets up to check on our daughter, but otherwise he has zero added stress right now. So imagine how heartbroken our son was when he came to me in tears, saying, "Dad won't look for Tippy." I talked to my husband. He was playing Xbox when I confronted him. He repeated that this would be a good life lesson for our son, to learn how to care for things and face consequences. Excuse me? A dog is not a thing. Tippy is a living, sentient being. Our pet. Our family member. And he couldn't even pause his game to help his son search? That was the last straw. Yesterday night, after coming home from yet another exhausting shift, the very first thing I did was unplug his Xbox console and toss them into the trash can. No hesitation. This morning, before I left for work, my husband discovered his precious Xbox missing. He had a complete meltdown when he didn't find it in the living room. I calmly told him that I threw it away because he was so addicted to gaming that he couldn't even be bothered to help his distressed son search for a missing family member. When I got home later, he told me he managed to retrieve the Xbox from the trash since the garbage truck hadn't come yet. But now his controller isn't working, and he's been giving me the cold shoulder all day, acting petty and snarky. Oh, and just to twist the knife, he still hasn't taken any steps to find our missing dog. Meanwhile, I've spent my entire day off calling neighbors, making online posters, reaching out to animal shelters, and contacting animal control, all while trying to console my devastated son. To top it off, our mutual best friend called and told me I was the childish one for what I did. So, now I have to ask, am I the a-hole? Let me know in the comments. Was I out of line or did my husband deserve it? What would you have done in my shoes?